Please take your seats. We'll call this meeting of the County Board to order. It is Tuesday, December 18th, 7 o'clock. Roll call, please.
Anderson.
Here.
Beckett. Here. Benzel. Betts. Here. Carter. Here. Cowart. Denitz. Here. Gladney. Present. Hunt. Here. James. Here. Jay. Here. Jones. Here. Knott. Here. Kurtz. Here. Langenheim. Here. McGinty. Here. Moser. Here. Nudo. Here. O'Connor. Here. Richards. Here. Rosales. Here. Sapp. Here. Schrader. Here. Smucker. Here. Wysocki. Here. Ammons. Here. Weibel.
Here. We have a quorum. Tonight's prayer is a Navajo prayer. With your feet I walk with your limbs. I carry forth your body, for me your mind thinks. Your voice speaks for me, beauty is before me, and beauty is behind me. Above and below me hovers the beautiful, I am surrounded by it. I am immersed in it. In my youth I am aware of it, and in my old age I shall walk quietly the beautiful trail. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would the clerk read the notes of the meeting, please?
Notice is hereby given that a regular meeting of the County Board, Champaign County, Illinois, will convene on December 18, 2008, 7 o'clock p.m. in the Lyle Shields Meeting Room, Brookings Administrative Center, 1776 East Washington Street, Urbana, Illinois, in said county for the purpose of allowing and ordering payment of claims against the county, receiving and acting upon reports of committees, and such other matters as may be brought before said meeting shall continue in session from day to day until the completion of said business.
Move approval of the notice.
Moved by Mr. Betts, second by Ms. Wysocki. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Seek approval of the minutes of November 20th, 2008 regular meeting, December 1st, 2008 organizational meeting, December 1st, 2008 special meeting.
Move an omnibus motion for November 20th, December 1st, and December 1st.
Moved by Mr. Betts, second by Mr. Carter. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Seek approval of the agenda and the addendum.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Betts, second by Mr. Langenheim. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Date and time of our next regular meeting is Thursday, January 22nd, 2009 at 7 p.m. Public participation. Butler.
County board members, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Geraldo Rosales, Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad to you too as well.
Chair Weibel, please tell your wife, Susan Feldman, Happy Hanukkah. For people who observe Kwanzaa, enjoy your celebration. To my president-elect, and you could say to me, Mele Kalikimaka. And for those among us who are not observers, but who are pagans, we have the solstice. This Saturday, the 20th, celebrate. This is wonderful. I am just so pleased to wish you all what is appropriate to wish you. I'm happy to be with you. I'm happy for my past association with this body. Look at this headline here. County website recognized for openness. Right on. And then the editorial in the News Gazette, not that we needed the icing on the cake. I am just so pleased of all of the people who are led by Director Winton Cape and all of the department heads who have made this happen. Thank you. And I wish to applaud the county board chair for acting so swiftly in the new term to comprise the Citizens Advisory Committee on Jury Selection in Champaign County. Way to go. This is a great start. Thanks so much.
Is there further public participation? Seeing none, move on to announcements and communications. Ms. Wysocki.
Yes, I know that we're all sort of caught up in the upcoming holiday season, but I do want to remind board members as well as the public that in less than 2 months, we will finally be observing the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln. Many people have asked, what's the big event that's going to happen actually on February 12th? And the Bicentennial Commission, after much deliberation, has decided that there really is not going to be one big public event for lots of reasons. One, of course, is the expense. Weather conditions in February can be kind of dicey, and I think we, in many ways, want to be, in some ways, keep this day as normal and productive as we ordinarily do, which is probably one of the better tributes we could pay to our 16th president. Having said that, however, you all found at your desk tonight a little flyer where what we would like to do is to encourage various kinds of businesses, both public and private, as well as schools and all kinds of work sites, to do something on that day to recognize the president's birthday. It occurred to us that most places of business, schools, hospitals, whatever facility we want to talk about, find some way in their ordinary day to recognize individuals on their own birthdays. Sometimes it's during a break period, sometimes it's during lunch, and we're asking people to treat President Lincoln in the same way. So if your organization has somebody bring in a cake or something a little festive for that day, I think this would be a very appropriate way to do it in honor of Abraham Lincoln. We're also asking restaurants, if they could, to be creative a little bit and offer their customers some kind of a special Lincoln dish. Could be a dessert, a particular cake, maybe in the shape of his familiar hat, or maybe another kind of dessert that replicates the Lincoln penny, or a food from his particular era. I really think this would be a nice tribute again to the man. We're also asking businesses and other organizations to be a little creative about how they celebrate this particular day. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or outlandish or expensive, but just some way to recognize the fact that February 12th is President Lincoln's 200th birthday. Thank you.
Thank you. Other announcements. Ms. Anderson.
Just like to make a couple comments about the Champaign County Nursing Home. Our board met a week ago. Would like to note that the census is coming up. It has been changing sometimes daily. The last figure I heard just a couple of days ago was 195. The goal is to get to at least 208, which would be a good breaking point. There was a Christmas tea yesterday for residents. 3 of us from the board, Chuck Lansford, Al Nuda, and myself were there for the tea, which was very nice. And along with that, we did walk through the facility and did some visiting with employees and also with residents just to get better acquainted. And board members, other board members will also be doing that from time to time. We had a report on the public relations campaign that's been organized, so I would hope that we'll be seeing a guest commentary in the News Gazette probably sometime in January, so you may want to look for that to kind of let the public know what's happening at the home. And the financial picture is looking better, but I don't have the figures with me, and I think Al does, so he can.
I have some ballpark figures. The
It looks like there was revisions in the October ending profit and loss. We ended up red $500. And for November, it appears that we're going to be in the black by 5 figures. So, yeah, somebody's knocking on wood. That's great, because it's a dramatic change. And, of course, if we get to the 208, we should see some more of the same.
You mean 209?
Excuse me?
209.
No, 28 number.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. The second thing I wanted to bring up tonight is that I have asked the administrator to look into some changes in duties of standing committees to be consistent with the nursing home bylaws of the advisory group and with the MPA contract. I've spoken to Chairman Betts. This will be introduced into policy next month on the 7th. But I'm like Carol Ammons. I like to see these things out in front of all of us so that we can have full discussion at the county board meeting once it sails through policy.
Ms. Anderson, do you have anything else to say about the nursing home?
I think
Okay.
that's it. Thank you.
Mr. Langenheim, microphone, please.
State funds for the massive study of the Muhammad Aquifer have been cut off, and the third installment of the grant is not available. An inventory of current use of the water resources of the aquifer area is completed, and a final report is available. You can get it on a disc for $10 if you want the whole thing. It's all numbers.
Further announcements. Matt.
I was going to wait and do this under Justice, but I'll go ahead and do it now. Last month, the Justice and Social Services Committee approved the formation of a Citizens Advisory Committee on jury selection, and we're taking applications for that now. Just a quick rundown of what that committee hopes to accomplish. We hope to promote a greater understanding of jury selection procedures, also promoting a greater response in the community to jury summons, identifying any barriers there might be to responses to jury summons, and then trying to address those with solutions on how to improve that. Like I said, we're taking applications now up until December 30th.